Hello students. So today we have a text comprehension. So we have here a text about water. Okay? I'm gonna read this text for you, and after that we have some questions. So let's go. Water is perhaps man's most important natural resource. He needs it for drinking and home uses, for agriculture, for the power to run his machines, and even for boating, fishing, and relaxation. But usable water is not as abundant as demand for it has been. For centuries, men have fought each other over their rights to use springs, streams, and rivers which are so essential to life. Because the Earth's water supply is not distributed evenly. One area suffers from floods, while another is parched and dried up, and still another enjoys ideal conditions. Much of man's energy has been spent in diverting rivers and streams and digging wells and canals. Unfortunately, man has not been very successful in his efforts to redistribute his water supply evenly. Man's efforts to control water were not always successful, although wonderful progress was made in some areas, such as when desert regions became green and fertile, and other areas great harm was done. The delicate balance of nature is upset by lowering water levels by polluting rivers with industrial waste. Sometimes the whole climate of an area is affected by water changes. In earlier centuries, man satisfied his needs by living only where water was abundant. If the land became damaged, he would move to a better location. Hydrologists have already discovered many possible ways to help the Earth's water problems, but a practical application of many of them is not yet possible, mainly because of the expensive. So, we have an important vocabulary here. These are the words resource, recurso, century, século, to flight, lutar, combater, is fight, ok? Evelyn, uniformemente, igualmente. Flood, inundação. Parched, tostado, ressequido. It's something like seco, alright? Spring, fonte, primavera. Although, apesar de, não obstante. Harm, dano, prejuízo. Main, principal. Now, let's go to the questions. Number 1. Choose the right translation. For centuries, men have fought each other over their rights to use springs, streams, and rivers. So, alternativa A. Durante séculos, os homens lutaram sobre seus direitos para usar as fontes, correntes e rios. Por séculos, os homens lutaram pelos seus direitos em usar as fontes, correntes e rios. Durante séculos, os homens lutaram pelos seus direitos de usar fontes, correntes e rios. Ok. Number 2. Unfortunately, man has not been very successful in his efforts to redistribute his water supply evenly. Em português, o texto agora would be: infelizmente, os homens não foram bem-sucedidos em seus esforços para distribuir seu provimento de água com igualdade. Alternativa B. Infelizmente, os homens não foram muito bem-sucedidos em seus esforços para distribuir sua provisão de água uniformemente. Ou C. Infelizmente, o homem não foi bem sucedido em seu esforço para redistribuir a sua provisão de água igualmente. Ó, prestem bastante atenção que essa number 2 tem o not ali no meio. Ó, isso pode mudar muito o sentido da frase, ok? Number 3. Although wonderful progress was made in some areas, in others great harm was done. Bem, na alternativa A nós temos, apesar de que um maravilhoso progresso foi feito em algumas áreas, em outras foi feito um grande benefício. Apesar de que em algumas áreas um grande progresso foi feito, em outras foi feito um grande dano. C. Apesar de que o maravilhoso progresso foi obtido em algumas áreas, em outras um grande dano foi feito. E a alternativa D. Apesar de que um grande progresso foi feito em determinadas áreas, em outras um grande prejuízo foi feito. Number 4. If the land became damaged, he would move to a better location. Se a terra fosse danificada, ele se mudaria para um lugar melhor? Se a terra ficasse prejudicada, ele mudaria para uma localidade melhor? Se a terra ficasse arruinada, ele mudaria para uma localidade melhor? Ou se a terra ficasse estragada, ele mudaria para um lugar melhor? Ok? If the land became damaged. Ok? Não é tão difícil essa. E na quinta, pessoal, é apenas vocês vão ter que colocar aqui o que é verdadeiro ou falso, ok? Write true or false in the parentheses, ok? Man's most important resource is water. So what do you think about this ones? True or false? Usable water is as abundant as the demand for it has been. Springs, streams, and rivers are not so essential to life. Man has been successful in redistributing his water supply evenly. Man's efforts to control water were not always successful. The climate of an area is not affected by water changes. Do you think this? In early centuries, man lived only where water was abundant. In earlier centuries, man moved to wherever the land was damaged. Earth's water problems are easily helped by their hydrologists' discoveries. So, you need to read the whole text again and put if the sentences are true or false according to the text. Okay, students? So, this is the class today. Bye bye.